So we had...
You are way heavier.
Yeah.
You like that?
Oh
this is
God.
for you.
All right, we got Jim Rendant's Mega Cab here. This is Jim from Calibrated Power. He's also had a quad cab short bed that he raced a couple years ago that there's a lot of guys that followed that truck that he made a bunch of power on a stock bottom end and finally grenaded it after he had twin turbos and 1200 horsepower. But he's wanting to take this Mega Cab to the next level. He wants to make a bunch of horsepower, go fast, and do his daily driver shenanigans like Jim likes to do. So we are pulling the trains today. We're going to put a Comp 3 in it. It's going to get a fat input shaft, fat output shaft. We're going to take the transfer case apart, put a new input hub in it. But we're going to get him all set up to make some horsepower so he can go out and put his power to the ground. It's just stock truck.
Yeah.
Okay, first tune we did 657 horsepower and a little over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. That was on tune 2. Turned it up to tune 3, did 701 and 1158 torque. That was with the stock airbox, stock intake. We're gonna take the intake off and just run the air straight into the turbo, see what kind of difference it makes, and then if we need to, we'll turn it up, see what kind of power we can make. Okay, we took the intake off and it did 735. So 701 with the stock airbox, 735 with no intake. So that tells me a cold air intake would be good for like 34 horsepower on this truck. So now we're going to turn the fuel up, see what kind of power we can make. Alright, this is tune 4, which is 1500 microseconds, and this did 797, 3 horsepower shy of 800, and 1272 foot-pounds of torque. We're going to click it up on tune 5, which I believe is 1700 microseconds, and see if it picks up power. Alright, we're here with Jim Rendant. We've gone way back, so this is kind of fun because he brought his Mega Cab out for us to do a transmission today. We pulled his stock transmission out and turned it into a Comp 3 48RE, and he's got a really clean 65,000 mile Mega Cab. And when we were all done, we checked the line pressure. We were at 195 psi, and we wanted to see what the truck makes on power. And I'm going to let Jim go over a little bit of what he's done to the truck and what your plans are for it, and we'll go for it.
Yeah, so the truck's an 06 5.9 Cummins. It's got a set of 250% over extra G injectors, 14mm street pump. It's got a fast 250 on it. Truck's rocking one of Calibrated Power Solutions Stealth 67 drop-in turbocharger. It's capable of 800 rear wheel horsepower on the street. Daily driver could tow with it, take it to the sled pulls and pull in the stock appearing class. Overall, very fun turbo to drive. The goal was to come out here and make, 800 plus, and we achieved that today. The biggest thing was getting a trans put in the truck the last couple weeks. I've been working on it. That was the last key piece of the puzzle, and getting this truck ready for what I had planned this year. This turbo is going to be on for a little bit longer. I'm going to ultimately go to a larger S400 frame turbo. Really want to get this thing over 1,000, 1,100 rear wheel and take it out and go racing with it this year. Whether it's this year or next year, I have intentions of taking this truck and going to the 9s, full weight Mega Cab. Not too sure if there's anybody out there that's done it, but that's something I want to do. So looking forward to it. I appreciate everything you guys have done. It's been about 6 years since I was here last, and
yeah, when you came last, you brought your quad cab.
Yep.
And that was right after you were having some training troubles, and came here and we worked through the transmission. And I think he's about as relentless on a transmission as anyone.
Yeah, I mean, they said that there was nothing that would keep it alive.
But no, he's had really good luck. He loves to make some good videos. He always has good video contact. He also has a YouTube channel that I'm sure he'll probably start blowing up once he gets a lot more parts on this truck and starts making passes on it and doing your daily rollers and launches and hood rat stuff that you like to do.
Oh
so.
yeah, with 410 gears, this thing will be smoking them pretty easily.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we did 826 horsepower and 1,413 foot-pounds of torque today. This is like you open the hood, it looks stock with a single pump, that 14 mil Extra G race pump. It's nice because it's stock appearing. He still had the stock air box, which we did 701 on, and then we pulled it off and did 735. So that tells you that he really needs a cold air intake to get full advantage of the power he is capable of. And we also we just ran the tunes that he had in it. We did not turn the fuel on up. We stopped at, what, 1700 US?
Yeah, 1700.
And it did 826, which is a really good number. So I'm sure if he cranks on this thing harder, he can make more power, but the way it is, it drives nice, it's responsive, and you got an awesome 825 horsepower street truck.
Yeah, I mean, getting it back home, getting it on our dyno, I mean, definitely going to be a good comparison to the viewers. You know, a lot of people get hung up over dyno numbers, so got a good number here, take it back home and see what it does on our dyno, but I'm looking forward to it.
Sure.
I think it's gonna be right there in line.
Well, thanks a lot for coming out.
Yeah.
This is Jim with Calibrated Power. So if you guys need anything from them, their Stealth series, we also sell these at Firepunk. We work together well with these companies, and we're glad that we can come out and conglomerate our efforts together and come up with some good content. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.